Hi everyone, it's Glitter back again with the live programming. I told you guys I'm going to go at this. We're going to keep on going. Thursdays at 5 p.m. Make sure you're here locked and loaded to see me live. I'm going to be talking with the diaspora professionals, people that I really, love and look up to and things like that. So, like I said, today we're talking about Afrobeats. I'm the Afrobeats queen. I love Afrobeats movement, love everything about it. And it's my pleasure to have a rising star from the Afrobeats community who is also Ghanaian to be here to talk Afrobeats with me and for us to kind of chop it up and see what's next for Afrobeats, what's going on with their career, and so on and so forth. Without further ado, let me bring on Kwaku. Hey, Kwaku, how you doing?
So what's up, Glit? What's up?
What's going on?
So excited to be here with you. I'm good, though. I'm good. You're looking good with you're always looking African more than all of us. And look,
I have to represent my continent. For sure.
I have some African colors behind me, so
I see. It seems like you're in the studio. Are you making some more? Are you making more music?
Oh yeah, we've been. It's almost like every other day we're working. I'm with my colleagues at PMG Provocateur Music Group. We're out here working upstate New York, so we have a lot of stuff coming. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we can't wait. So, Kwaku, tell me a little before we go into the Afrobeats genre, which is a huge genre now. Yeah. I really want to get to know you. Tell us a little bit about your music, how you got started in the music business.
Wow. So I was born and raised in Accra, Ghana. I was born in the church, into the church, so that was already my first studio. My first opportunity to learn how to play music, sing music, learn hymns. My mom used to sing hymns for me almost every morning, so very often. So that's how I started. So she gave me a hymn book. So I definitely started from the church, and then in school when I was in Mother Care School back in Accra, closer to the airport. I was part of the school choir, and then through high school per se, Legon. I didn't really do music in Legon, the university itself, but when I came to the United States back in 2013, I started doing music too. Like that's when I actually professionally started making music, and I actually took it. So I have a minor in music business. I don't tell people that all the time, but yes, I studied music business a little bit to understand what I was going to do. So I've always
you studied music in school too, in college. Did you
music business actually, music business itself. So yeah, I did a little bit of that. But my degree is in health science, computer information systems, all of that. But,
yeah. All right. So then you started. So did you start right away in the Afrobeat scene, or you started with a different kind of genre and then kind of like merged it?
I started straight with Afrobeats. In 2018, my first single, shout out Boy the Genius, my first producer. We started with She's Slave, which is a love song. The transition was sick because all my church friends were like, oh my God, you stopped doing gospel and you're doing worldly music. But it wasn't like that. Like, we're all called to do certain things. Like, I think to be a gospel musician, you require like a serious calling. You have to live like that. And I want to sing for Africa. I want to sing about morals, our culture and all of that, which is not necessarily gospel. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All righty then. So, and how has it been like, how is it navigating the Afrobeat scene, like the music scene in New York City? Because right now, like, it's in New York City because, a lot of the major artists are in the different respective countries. How is it navigating the scene here in New York City, New York? How does it go?
So I'll quote one. I don't want to mention his name, but one of the biggest promoters here, he said something on Clubhouse. He said, "There's no Afrobeats industry in the USA," which is debatable, but right, to me, it's true. Most of us doing Afrobeats here, we're more of pioneers. There've been people there before us, but like they come and then they go. They come and they go. We've not seen too much consistency, so it's not very easy doing it. But fortunately, we're having a lot of help from our friends back at home in Africa. So the Wizkids and all the Ghanaians and the Nigerians and the South Africans, the whole Africa doing Afrobeats and pushing it is helping us here to try and project and scale up on our own too. So it's not been easy. It's really not been easy. I can say a lot about it. It's not been easy. We're working as a community. Those who want to help will help. Those who are being selfish, we'll just leave them.
So you can say that there's no support let's say is there support for rising artists in New York City, New Jersey, or in the United States? Because I've noticed myself, I'm not going to be a devil's advocate, that they'll pay for a known artist, but they make the up and coming artists, the rising artists, pay or beg and plead to be on the stage when you know every concert you need to have opening acts, right? Or you need to have different things. So tell me about that. Let's make it hot. How do you feel about that as an artist here?
I am not happy about it. I've had some of my peers tell me, like, yo, can you imagine that show asked me to pay to be on the stage? Me, William, I won't do that personally. And it's not to say I'm better than anybody. Like, I'm coming from upstate to New York. That's ride alone is expensive. Where I'll stay, all of that. And I can't come on the stage and just look at me and tell me exposure. I can expose myself online from upstate. I'm coming from. So we really don't have that structure. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'm not criticizing anybody, but they're not really supporting the local artists. And this is the saddest thing. I was ranting on my social media sometimes. We will invite African artists, right? And sometimes through no fault of theirs, they can't show up. It's either the visa or they delayed their flights or something happened. So now the whole event is like, you said somebody was coming, he's not coming. What are you going to do? So then it's up to us, the local artists, to come and, light up the stage and, at least entertain the fans. And then maybe you can announce later. It happened when I opened for a big star at Albany. She showed up. She couldn't step on stage because of, some backstage things that were happening. And, she and the organizers. Guess what ended up being the final act of the night? Myself. Yeah. And then Holy Boy and then Nessie, who's one of the greatest dancers we have here. We killed the show at the end of the day, and at least people felt like at least I had some fun, but then they'll go and talk to the organizers later, like I came to see this artist and she didn't show up on stage. What happened? So it's all a balance. We need to balance it out. They need to believe in us. If they don't, they are killing us. They're really killing us. It's not helping us. People quit this music thing too early.
So do you think being here is better for Afrobeats artists or being back home?
So people debate with me about this, but yes, there was a time for you to blow up in Afrobeats. You have to go to Africa and blow up. But right now, it's like all the people are coming here. So why are you going back? Do you know where I'm coming from? Wizkid is touring here. There's a high demand for Afrobeats right now in the USA. We must meet the supply. You know what I'm saying? We have to be there. We need more people like you. You've been doing this. Like I used to watch you for a while. Used to be on boards and discussing on YouTube. Like you've been doing this for a while. So people like you, they don't have to ask for you. You're already there. That's why I'm happy to be being interviewed by you. So we need interviewers, we need bloggers, we need podcasters like in the USA. All right. Let's meet the supply, the demand here. Let's supply, let's give them information, let's tell them our story. Because if the industry, which the US music industry is, I'll say arguably the largest industry in the world, music industry, right? If they have such demand, right, and they see that there's no supply, guess what? They'll create the supply themselves. It's not their fault. They'll start raising Afrobeat producers. People start producing our sound. And then we shouldn't be salty and crying, why are they taking culture vultures? No. If you don't own your stuff, if you don't own your identity, somebody will own it for you. And they'll make money and you have nothing. So I'm always ranting. People are uncomfortable with it, of course, but let's put the fire under our butts and run. Like right now, we're featuring our artists. They just announced Thames. Everybody is coming on. I'm not saying Drake is the one who's going to give us our future. No, but we are crossing over to his domain and he's bringing us there too. We're already shattering ourselves. We're the giants of Africa. It's time for us to also show that we can be giants outside too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you were to tell people, like the people, our friends, our families, whatever, how could they support you and help you move to those realms of where Drake is asking you to feature on an album and things like that,
Yes. That's a good question. I'll start by saying one of the greatest criticisms we give, especially Ghanaians, is we don't support our own, right? And that's debatable. Some people say it's because Ghanaians they don't like each other, they don't support each other and all that. There's some truth in that. There's also some truth, like you're saying, education. We need to educate our people. I was in a group chat with most of my high school friends, shout out Persec boys. And what we were doing was we sent our staff, can I share this? And one of them asked a blunt question. I don't even know what you mean by I should share. What should I do? So we had to tell them, say this, say that. But sometimes you just need to educate people. And when they don't do it, then you know they don't want to support you. Yeah. So how can they support us? Share our stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends about us. Play our songs at your parties. Stop looking at me. You're talking to me, a musician, and be like, yo, the way I like Kidi, tell me that I like my music too. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Exactly. Not that Kidi is an awesome artist. I'm so proud of him and how he's blowing up. But anyway, I was just, I'm saying, let us also feel like you believe in us too. that confidence.
Exactly.
It's really
It's
not
very
easy.
important.
Like, we've had to be like anti our family or like, cut off, not cut off because I'm not cut off with my family, but we're doing our own thing. My family supports me. But like it took us a while to get there, and it's with everybody too. But support us, share our stuff. If you want to give us money, come to our shows, buy our tickets. Buy our tickets. I can't show up, give it as giveaway. That's what one of my relatives did for me. Like it's so amazing. So we should do stuff like that. And believe in that.
And talking about sharing music, let's share some of your music. I want people to see it, people that are going to see this later, come back. So I'm going to share some of your music.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll discuss it after we finish.
Right.
About it. This song is called Confess.
I'm sure she has some fire questions for me. Shout out down that music.
Before YouTube and copyright strikes my video.
I'll make that clear.
Let us go back. Tell us a little bit about Controller. Confess, it's your new song.
New single out. I love the song because of when and why we wrote it. So the whole point is like, if imagine your heart was a remote control. We had to change the cover art. I woke up one day like with a dream, and like from a dream, and I just saw it and I sent it to the guy to change it. So we had a previous cover art, but the whole point is your heart is like a remote control. You gotta be careful who you give it to. Some of us people like when we give our heart to people and we're just using it for toilet paper. You understand? Just pulling us around the mango tree. But like eventually you give your heart to the wrong person, you're gonna be messed up. But give it to the right person. So we can't just be going around giving our controllers out. So you know how I'm coming from. So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the whole moral. We shot it in Miami and in Boston. Shout out Giovanni Film. Shout out Sika Nation. Shout out K4. Yeah.
Well, our viewer, said she said that you said you had stamina in the video. Did you say that?
Yeah, stamina. African man, we know how to run. We go for track and field. What kind of stamina? Oh! That's the only stamina we're talking about. Young lady, behave yourself.
Oh, yeah, they're talking about that stamina. Okay,
yeah, I don't know what we're talking about.
Not anything else.
Stamina for Olympics.
Olympics. I think Ghana did not place in track and field. So what happened?
Hey, we placed in a certain way. He said that we didn't go too far. Even swimming, we placed. Don't get us wrong. Sure? Yeah. Even soccer is stamina. Anything stamina. Entertainment. China boy, African kid, stamina on stage. Stamina is stamina. Some people limit it to bedroom. Some of us, we are virgins. You understand? Yeah.
For running. So who are your favorite Afrobeat artists?
I got a lot. I'll be honest.
Give me 5.
The person who drew me to Afrobeats was Wizkid. He had this song called Sweet Potato. I've been looking for it. It's only on YouTube. I love Sweet Potato. And my Nigerian bro, when I was in college in Ghana, introduced me to that. I love Burna Boy. I love Stone Boy. I love Shatta Wale. I love Davido. How many of them mentioned?
Okay. That's 5. You can't go any further. That's 5.
All right.
So why do you like Shatta and Stone Boy? Because those are the Ghanaian artists and the rest are Nigerian artists.
And that's one thing I want Ghanaians to realize, that these two are uniquely different and they are very special to us. Stone Boy is one of the most professional artists I know. Like just studying him and like following him and geeking after him. He's been very consistent too. And I love that about him. And it's taking him where he's going. Shatta Wale has also been very organic. right? And very, very Ghanaian. I always say that he was raised by the Ghanaian industry. Like all the hits Ghana gave him and all of that, it created a whole beast. So he's also a product of the Ghanaian industry. So he also explains his behaviors and how he moves. And he's a very wise man. I spoke to him on Clubhouse actually, and we had a little dialogue, and he told me some of the things like his spirituality, how it inspires his music, his mindset when he's in the studio, all of that. So it's amazing that these two people are like at war, but they actually have very special things we can all learn that from. Not saying that Shatta is not as professional still or anything. No, I don't want to fight. But you can see the difference in the way they move, and they are all excelling. So I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. So when you talk about the Afrobeats movement, which is a movement out of Africa, Fela Ransom Kuti created that movement. I know that he got a lot of inspiration from Ghana as well, but Fela's from Nigeria. What do you think about Afrobeats, the Afrobeats movement today? Like it's in your face. What do you think it's going to look like today? What do you think it's going to look like in 5 years?
So right now, Afrobeat, I guess it's the hottest genre right now, hottest rising genre, and there's a reason why. And this is what I want everybody to know. I think Afrobeat is moving at this pace for a reason. Africa is the youngest continent, technically, from statistics. Like 60% of Africa is, as we speak now in 2021, 60% of Africa is less than 25 years old.
Yes.
Right? And so we're reproducing very fast. We don't have birth control measures like they have out here. So very soon there's going to be more Africans than any other. Do you get where I'm coming from? Now, if we don't empower the youth, if we don't equip African, you give them jobs, give them opportunities, both in Africa and in the diaspora, it's not going to work. Number two, so I feel that's one reason why Afrobeats, like God is allowing us to grow like that, so that like we get attention to Africa. Let's give opportunities to producers, to musicians. Let's like bring people. Ghana did a good thing here for 10 people are coming to invest and all that. We just need to make sure we are ready when people come and that we own our stuff. So it doesn't happen like what our ancestors did and sold things out for free and false balance and all that. That's one thing. And then also, I believe it's just the time to heal Black America. Black America has been hurt for so long, and I'm not blaming any other race or anything, but I feel the only person that can completely heal Black America is Africa. There's a conflict between Akata people, as we call them something, and then Africans, but we have to heal that. We have to show them songs and encourage them with sounds, hymns, like spiritual songs that will bring their spirits up. Tell them to come home where you are no longer called minority, you're called majority. Majority. Yeah, come and see what it feels like to be like surrounded by your own people running business. Like for example, Ghana, Angola, two of these countries are known to have most female entrepreneurs globally. They're in the top like 10. Come and see that. Come and see why the Makola woman is a smart businesswoman. Why the business school in Ghana sometimes refers to these women to teach them marketing principles. All of these things, we need to bring Black people back home and show them how it's like, and then give them that uplifting. And it's just sad. Like there's a lot of unforgiveness. Sam said, we don't need no other body. We have to do it ourselves.
Ourselves, exactly. It's so funny that you spoke of the fact about African Americans needing to heal and needing to come back to Africa and be a part of it. When my mother's a travel agent, so when we went with a group to the Yoruba land, the Ani of Ife, the first thing he did was apologize. He's like, I want to apologize for everything that my ancestors did to you. I was like, wait, what? Like, and all of them kind of gagged. There was a lot of African Americans on the thing, and they felt so good because nobody really actualizes the fact that this happened. It's a reality. Slavery happened. People were taken, and taken by force, or what I'm saying, like wrongly put into slavery. But for the whole king of Yoruba land to say he's sorry to these people, and then for you to be saying it, it's like it needs to happen. How do we kind of because these are our people that were left outside with slavery and everything, and they still persevere to build America, still build Europe, build other countries. So I think that's a great answer that you have right there.
Yeah, I really think we need that. It's very sad. Like when I'm in America, like I even used to have those conflicts. Like why are these Black people treating us Africans? And why we Africans? We have conflicts even as Blacks here, right? But then we have the oppressors too, like those who are racist and are coming at us. And when they are shooting, you don't ask if you're African or not. They will give it to you if they want to be racist. So it's time for us, and I'm not trying to incite that let's seclude ourselves and come back and fight. No. Everything should be done in love. One reason why, my area, we are very musical in this area, so sorry about that. But one thing I've always said is, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, right? But
Yeah.
against mindsets, like theories, concepts, principalities. Like through music, we can actually change racism in America. We can tell stories of Africans and how we're when Wakanda came, black, you will be surprised that there are some people that was their first time hearing anything about Africa in America here. They still think
Exactly.
Wakanda is a country, bro. They think Wakanda is a real country,
They
and
do.
yeah. Hey guys, so those
It's
who
not.
want to call them bro, it's not like I'm calling you a guy. No, no, it's a thing we do. Sometimes people
Yeah.
call me, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like Wakanda is an idealistic, what we want to be one Africa is what
Yeah,
Wakanda is. It's
yeah.
a mythical version of what should be happening in Africa, right?
Mhm,
Like we should
mhm.
be one Africa. So
Yeah.
let's go back to the music game. How much does it cost from start, right, to finish? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're not like investing. If let's say you're up and coming artist, you're independent, you want to get in here. What are the costs and what is some advice you can give an artist trying to start in this game?
You definitely need a lot of money to start. You
Say it again.
need a lot of money to start
Hey,
this music thing. And it's something that some of us were not ready to hear when we started. We just started and they were like, oh, oh, oh.
exactly.
And when you start dropping bangers, like you want to follow up too, right? So you
Yeah,
definitely need funding. Like I found myself most of the time, like I have like one of my bros, Nation, we have this business plan. He gets his share from me, he invests in me. He has
yeah.
percent. Most of it is from me. So I found myself everything you see, K. William.
So you
Sometimes
don't
when
spend correct money on this career. Your career is not cheaper.
Yo, it's not. It really isn't. Like I put in a lot. I'm not gonna lie, and God is blessing. But it's like I feel like if it's part of me. If I die right now, I go to heaven. Ask me what I do with my talent.
Hmm.
I'm happy when people text me every morning. Yo, I was down this when I listened to Hooli, and I was happy when people are dancing to my videos. Like I'm so excited. I was like, yo, look, I sound good. Like
Yeah,
it's fulfillment. So it's like a hobby for me right now. Eventually, when I find like a team like that's ready
yeah.
to work, yeah, we're definitely gonna make as much bank as possible. So
You still
yeah.
haven't said like if you're doing one song for truly promoting, for truly
Bro,
going to production, the studio, every
have to.
writing the song might be free, but how much would you say on average to and doing it on a small scale because you're still like you don't have millions of dollars to throw into your career yet. So what would be a starting point, and what would be some pointers you would share with up and coming artists?
So I learned this principle, and I'll share with most of my like whoever is interested in doing this. Spend less on production if you can, and more on promotion. That's what you should look at. So,
Really?
yeah, more on promotion because you don't have a good product and nobody knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
Good things do sell themselves, but like you can have people who are artists and good voice, beautiful video, but it's not really going anywhere. You want to put
Yeah.
like maximize what you can with the production, but make sure you're going to spend more on promotion. So that's one principle.
Yes.
People debate about it, but that's how it works for me. I have people who give me discounts. Like my videographer, the one you just showed, very good friend, like I work with, built based off of what I bring to the table. And we have these little exchanges and stuff like that we do. So you find your peers, videographers that are at your level. I'm never going to reach beyond my means. No, 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 no. Say I'm just going to pay. Nah, it doesn't work. It's not wise. So we pay what we can. We start when the money starts coming. We start, that building the team to be able to do.
Exactly.
Or we go and hire people who might be able to do that. So
Yeah. And it's unfortunate when you spend all this money in getting your production together and promoting, still like support is still, it still seems like a hard to get, I don't know why we as black
yeah,
folks don't know how to support each other and do it honestly and truly.
yeah.
How does it feel? Especially you bring out a new song, you know what I'm saying? You know who your core people are. How does it feel when, maybe they're not sharing it, they're not talking about it as they should? And
I
this is
won't
just an
lie.
honest question because I go through this too.
I won't lie. I've told myself I live by this principle, like live your truth and your people will find you, right?
Yeah.
I don't promote my music in Ghana yet because like I literally try to reach out to PR teams in Ghana. They don't even respond. I don't know why. Maybe they have this perception. People have told me there's a perception they have of you guys that live outside. That's one school of thought. Some people say like they don't know you. Well, you should go to Ghana and know that. There's so many reasons I don't really know why, and I can't criticize that. Maybe they are going through a bad day. I don't know. They just don't
Yeah.
respond. So what I decided to do is I'll put it out there online, digital marketing. That's how come I don't even know how my song got on Russian national television or Romanian national television. Two
Yeah.
different songs. Like there's people in like some islands I've never even been to. I've never flown over or anything, but they enjoy my music. So that's how I feel my people find me. Right now, Zonto, in Ghana, if you're going to say bring back Azonto on Twitter, you have a whole war. We don't want Azonto back and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's accepted. I always make this joke that Azonto has a new passport. It's no longer Ghanaian. It's outside. People are dancing in Hollywood and all of that, enjoying that sound that people don't much appreciate.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. And this is, I know we have this conversation. I was going to say, I know, sorry to cut you off. I know we have this conversation offline and online. The fact that dancers are moving Afrobeats music too. And I know you work with you talk a little bit about the dance program you work with and how how the dance world is being affected and affecting the success of these songs.
So I'll say this: dancers are the foot soldiers of Afrobeats right now. Okay? Right? There was a time in Africa, in the United States, it was our comedians. If you remember the Chipobis and those, we had skits when there was Vine. African, like we say, African parents are slapping people. Then was the comedians. Then the dashiki vibe came again. Dashiki was there early on when the Pan-Africanism was coming, but then it came back. Dashiki, then fashion came. Then they came to dances. So now dancers have held it, and shout out to all the top dancers here in the USA, killing it for us because they are taking us places. I'm talking about Papi Ojo, who was with Beyonce. I'm talking about Sarah Chip. I'm talking about AVO Boys, my brother Hooli Boy. I'm talking about Showtime. I don't want to mention names. There's so many of them. Judith, all of them. They are killing it. Afro Movement, all of them. Yes, let me not mention it, but they are all.
Yeah, giving us a list. We didn't ask for a big list though.
Coming to me, I manage PWP Academy USA. I'm in partnership with Canada. They believe.
What does this stand for? DWC. What does that stand? Dance with Purpose.
So we're talking Dance God Lloyd, Afrobeats, Yofi Green, Showtime, my brother who's here with me in the USA. He's the head coach here. So we work hand in hand. We're giving people the opportunity to tell them that you don't have to be in Africa or from Africa to be African. You know what I'm saying? Just accept the culture. Let's vibe with them. We're doing we're still under construction. We're still doing a lot of Afrocentric stuff. We're mixing. We just had a Gouda challenge, Gouda by my brother Kirani Ayat. That's a very beautiful video. I don't know why he's not getting that much support in Ghana. But he should scale that video here in America. The way they run to Ghana because it's so nice.
Exactly.
So we were let's take that sound. It's a very beautiful, unique sound. The beats and then his language and everything. My dancers just took it and killed it. So we have that challenge going on right now. And that's what we're doing. We're finding songs that we can work with while we're going through this construction. Then when we are ready, we'll launch ourselves proper in America.
That's good. It's great to pair. It's great to pair dancing and as well as you see somebody just said Ayat's video Gouda is amazing. It really is an amazing song, amazing video. And it's a shame that sometimes mediocre stuff gets seen more than stuff that is good. Stuff that is really you be like, why are you guys pushing? It feels like sometimes we as people of color, we push mediocrity. We don't push greatness as much as we push. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got shot in the hood. They're going to push that story. And a young boy got into a new college. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. So, Peku, what is your guilty pleasure? Now you're walking around. You're not staying in one place.
It's just to get my charger. I just realized my phone wasn't plugged in. But talk to me. My guilty pleasure.
Guys, never on time. They didn't charge their phone. They didn't charge.
It's not like that now. Now it's not that my phone. I thought the charger was charging.
Don't make my video look unprofessional or looking for charger at this 99th hour.
No. I was so nervous to talk to the great Aisha Glitz. So I was like, I might as well just rush.
So tell us a little bit about what your guilty pleasure is. Don't lie, yo. What is your guilty pleasure?
I like to sleep a lot. I'm very lazy when I'm not doing it.
Not sleep, you go say it's your guilty pleasure. Sleep.
Yeah. For now, I used to have a lot, but recently, I gave my life to Christ again. So.
Oh, okay. Every 2 weeks you seem to be giving your life to Christ.
I die daily. Every day I have to do it. Because the way the sins are plenty in this world, we have to die every day and resurrect.
So, what part of Ghana are you from?
I'm from. Hey God.
Excuse the technical difficulties. Our talent is plug-in chargers, guys.
Okay, help me, bro. Sorry. I got our big guy over here. I just want to plug this charger. I think it's very good.
You see, this is how celebrities they come here and they are just doing everything else than the interview.
Okay, so all right, back to what we're saying. So So where am I
What
from?
part of Ghana are you from?
So I'm from many parts. So I'm partly from Kwewu in the eastern
Mhm.
region. I'm partly from Peki in the Volta region, my mom's side. My mom is also partly British. And then I'm also from Nkonya as well, which is also in the Volta region. And then from Moshi, which is in the northern regions, or one of the northern regions. So maybe
Yeah.
I was born
So
in
you're Airway and Fancy, basically.
Elway Akan, mostly, and Guan, these three.
Fancy
Guan.
is the one that's that's the Fancy region.
That's actually Akan. They'll call themselves Akan. Fancies are a little different. So Akan,
Excuse me.
Guan is Nkonya, and Elway is Peki.
And what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish, I love kinky. I actually eat kinky every week.
I
So
love kenke. I
I
love
love
kenke.
I don't know why people are fighting about jollof, but jollof ain't nothing.
I don't
Why?
even care about I love jollof too, but I love kenke. Correct, kenke?
Kinky, eating and it's hot and your nose is running, then you know you've achieved something in life.
Yes, correct kenke is always the best. Always the best.
Yeah, yeah.
So you still haven't told us how much you think somebody to start a new career would need to have in their bank account.
Okay, if you want to
To
start,
start, let's say they're doing one song, one video, and promo.
I'll say have like $1,000 down, at least $1,000 to start.
At least $1,000.
At least
Just
1,000, and that's when you're going cheap crap. You can beat yourself up, but that's and you're not going to do much of that. But we have to start at $3,000 going. That's where you
yeah,
need to put money. And to actually break out in the United States, you are going in the tens and almost hundreds of thousands.
exactly. Of
Yeah,
dollars.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So most of so like at least $25,000. You have 25,000, and you know you're good to go, like to break out.
Yeah.
But
hmm
for independent artists, I'll say stuff like even equipment. I'll tell people when you're starting good, try to buy your own equipment and learn to record. Please, a lot of things is DIY. Do it yourself. Get like we have like my friends and I. We always have our own little recording thing. Everybody knows that I
Yeah.
always carry my bag. Sometimes I'm in a hotel. I have to record something. Comes in. We record ourselves all the time. We send our stems to the engineers and all that. We don't always book
Yeah.
studio. It's not to stop any producer's money, but that's what we do. We record ourselves. So buy equipment, which can be expensive. A MacBook is good. A PC, it's expensive.
Yeah.
So start from $1,000, but 1,500 is the least you should start with, and then you're shooting up the rest of it to go.
So when you first came to America, so you came to America in 2013. Would you say how did the I guess the either the white or African American, how did they take you? How did you feel? Was it a culture shock for you to come here in 2013, entering America? Tell us your real stories. What did you go through?
Oh,
Because sometimes it could be traumatic or jarring. Tell us a little bit about that.
see, what my father did, he brought us straight to the whitest part of America from Africa. We didn't even pass through. The only New York we did was JFK. We came and then straight upstate New York, and it was so different. The weather, like I was wearing my
Cold.
khaki pants and some jackets, and we came December, so it was fall. Oh my god, it was so cold. That was already physical cultural shock. Then there was the mental cultural shock where like you are coming from a community environment, like the day before I left, which was my birthday. My friends came, they prayed for me, we ate, we hugged each other, and all that. I came to America, everybody sees you greet them, if they like the response. Some people won't really respond, Like getting to I went to a very white college through SUNY Brackwell. Shout out SUNY Brackwell, which wasn't really easy. Some of the kids were not necessarily racist; they were just not used to some of us Africans.
Yeah.
So we had to, you can sit in a class with somebody for the whole semester, you're friends, right? Next semester they don't know you again. I don't know how to do that. Like even sometimes you are friends with somebody in the class the week, then weekend they meet you like out at the bars or something. You're gonna eat, and then you just walk away. I'm like, yeah, America is very different. But I built friendships. I met a lot of good people. Right? Like it was just, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a fun experience. There's been racism here and there, but I don't like to focus on the bad energy. Like I just try to be aggressive and make lemon out of the limelight.
Exactly. That's good that you navigated it. So tell me 3 of your favorite songs that you've created and tell me why.
You're
You
gonna
gotta only pick 3 of your favorites. Don't be picking because of friends. Pick because of you. What are 3 of your favorite songs?
It's a tough question. It's like my children now. I treat all of them as my children. But I love Huli because of the experience. Huli Boy and I went to put out that song. Like Huli Boy, we formed a very strong brotherhood. That's my real bro now. So I love Huli, and it's like it resonates with the culture. A lot of people, especially in the Bronx, they love that song.
Yeah.
I love Vibration. Also because of the fact that I was working with Tizo on it, and kids love that song apparently. Like, so there's been videos coming on my to my phone and like social media when parents are tagging the kids. I love Vibration. And I love peace, God. Please, if I love this, it doesn't mean you shouldn't love the rest. To love them because I love them equally. But then I also love Confess. This one I just wrote because it's like a very vulnerable song to me. Like I said, guy, you need to learn how to confess our emotions to tell people how we feel. I just held it back a lot. On a Christian level or spiritual level too, it's good to confess your heart and your mouth to join. Somebody who believes in spirituality was telling me that the heart chakra and the throat or neck chakra, the mental state, you also get into the Bible verse. Your heart, believing your heart and confessing your mouth is when you're saved. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
yeah.
And talking about emotions, there was a time that you wanted to give this all up. I remember we talked about that. What made you? What pushed you to like? I'm tired of this. I want to give this up. I'm going to move on to something else. And what kept you steadfast and going on with it? Because you were ready to just like chop it up, close computer, close recording studio, and stop it. What continued the passion and the vision? And you know what happened?
So a lot of it is very personal. You just hit me right there. So yes, the support was not coming. It's not coming as much as we want, but we don't care. Like I said, now we know to go and then we'll find out people, right?
Exactly.
Support was really hard. Like people are not willing to help. Some people who I started this music with, like the betrayal was a little bit too much. Like spoiling your name, especially when you're moving fast. They give you a name. Oh, this guy is hasty, and it was really breaking my heart. Like people send my name to group chats in Ghana. This guy that he's in America doing too known, all that. All those things are breaking me down. And then other things are very personal, family issues as well. You know, like ill health. I just lost an uncle who was actually the first family member to support me. So
my
it actually.
condolences.
Rest in peace, Dr. Jacob Watson. It really hit me. I couldn't even believe it. He died here in Rochester, and it really hit me. Like I lost one of my bros to cancer as well, and other close people to me were not feeling too well. And it's like, you know what? Let me just quit this music thing and spend time with them. But unfortunately, or let me say, unfortunately, these people like were giving me reasons to come back. They supported my music while they were alive. Why do I give up now? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go ahead and make my uncle proud, make my friend me love proud. Because he was the first dancer that drew me, like here in America. So I had to do it. So it's been a very emotional journey with regards to that. But I can't quit. I'm going to take a break though soon. That's because I've seen so much that it's like I'm talking too much in the industry. Like I have to do it for people to see. So I have to take my break, get myself ready, strap up, as we say, then I come back. Bigger.
Would you love to go and perform in Ghana or in Nigeria? Like, how would you? Because it's to also break through back home as well. And I'm going to connect you with somebody that I know with a TV station, so maybe they can share your video for you on the TV station in Ghana. I'll connect you.
You're doing a lot's work. No, thank you, Glenn. You've always been supportive. Guys, Glenn has always been supportive. I want you guys to know that I'm not even going to, you've been bringing me here, and I know the squad you're going to bring eventually. Like, you believe in us, so thank you, Glenn. You've been like our big sister, mother, our wife, our girlfriend, our everything. So thank you. It's okay. Don't laugh at me. Yeah, we hope to go home and blow up there. Funnily enough, a team from Kenya reached out to me. They like my sound, so they started promoting my stuff in Kenya already. So just today, we aired Confess What You Play aired in Kenya. So I'm excited. If I go to Kenya, I'll come and call you. Pack your bags, or we go.
I'm ready to go. My mother's going to Kenya soon, and I wish I was going. Kenya is coming up. Kenya is definitely coming up. So, are you single, searching, or married?
I'm not married. I'm not searching.
I don't think you're married first.
I'm not searching. I'm single. I can't really do all that right now. Right now, like I'm going through like a self-evaluation thing. I'm going through a lot of stuff it requires solitude. You know where I'm coming from. Once in a while, you see somebody like, hey, somebody does that. But right now, I'm also learning to respect women and give them accordance. But I'm not searching, so I don't want anybody to think that's of me.
But what is your type of woman? What kind of woman do you like?
I don't even know if I know all of it yet. But so far, like Drake said, a woman who respects my space, a woman who respects the fact that I'm weird as a creative.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I just zone out and I'm just thinking like lyrics are just flowing. And people don't know that. People are not used to that. Like I can be talking to them. And my friends notice that. Like I just zone out and I'm thinking about something. Especially when I hear sound. Like the fan is clicking or something.
Okay, refocus. Tell us your type. You are talking about music. It's
sound. Oh, sorry.
Okay, we are waiting.
I'm sexual. I'm very sapiosexual, so you have to have it up there. Like if you're pretty
Yeah.
and I can't have
Somebody
some
has to be smart, brilliant.
yeah,
That's the
if
point.
I can't have some conversation, I just like anyway. So that girl one time just come to fight with me. I don't like the drama part. Like someone who is in tune with the spirit, who's very spiritual, like they know God exists, they believe in that because that's what I do. Like I believe in my God, all that. Yeah. Apart from that, I want to learn from whoever I'm with. So I don't have too much I ask for. Right now, I want to find myself even more. So when you know what I'm saying. There are
So
prospects there.
you're going to be correct with the right person.
The
Because
right
you
person.
sing a lot of love songs. What like I know I love I like his ballad voice. So to me, I always tell him that I love when he does more R&B type songs, love songs and like songs that have that loungy tempo and things like that. So you sing a lot of love songs. You've been in love a lot. Like what do you know about love?
I've been a hopeless romantic for the longest. Even my exes and I, we're all on a good note. We're not fighting anything. Like it's all love, right? We all agreed, what, Charlie, this thing's not working. Let's go. That's the kind of energy we've been on.
Yeah.
So like all those things are giving me stories to tell. I get inspired by other people's stories for sure. There's a book, Songs of Solomon. We have a lot of vibes in it. Pastors don't like preaching about that book in the Bible. When a pastor says he may kiss the bride, where did the guy learn how to kiss from? Do you understand? When the Christians are against love music, sometimes I don't understand. If I take a girl on a date, I'm not going to play Here I Am to Worship. No, you want to give them nice love songs. You understand? Nice love songs. So who writes it like David wrote songs, So yeah, I love love songs. I love love. But something that if you don't
we all do. We all love love.
Yeah,
so can you give me, I want 5 things that anybody who's trying to do a new endeavor, like give us some like goals, objectives. What should we reach? 5 things that people who are trying to build their own thing, find their own lane, create music, do what they need to do. What are some things that you could share with us that would help in moving somebody forward?
Right at the top of my head, like I know, and guys, just to be honest, we didn't rehearse this question, so I don't want to go to think.
No, I didn't tell them the question before.
Even on the regular phone call, the questions is my ass. Oh god. Anyway, so I think to start, find yourself and find your source. All right, find yourself, find your source. I don't impose my faith on anybody. Wherever you get your spiritual inspiration and stuff from, find that. I find mine from my faith. Like I have. Unfortunately, a lot of Christians cut me off, but I have Christians who have also supported me, family members who see the vision and pastors who call me and pray with me and talk to me about, hey, this is how you should go. It's a very thin line. We can help you navigate it. So that's my source, my faith. I make mistakes every day. Like I said, I'm always repenting, right? That's what you're supposed to do if you can. But also try and get to that place. And that's just me. I work with Muslims, I work with Hindu people, I work with all that. They all come and tell me how they feel love from me than even anything else. And that's what I think we should all do. So find yourself, find your source, find your people, your niche, people who think
your people. Say that again. Find your people. I love that.
I try to reach out to, and I'm not coming against Ghanaians or anything, no. But sometimes I try to reach out to younger artists and stuff. I get a certain vibe, and I don't blame them. They don't know me, you know what I'm saying? And it's a long distance thing. They also need to have trust, So I have to now focus somewhere else, and then I'm realizing the crowd that I'm getting attention. I go there. There's a problem in Ghana. Love goes where love is, So you take your love where you feel love, and then eventually everybody will come around. So find yourself, find your source, find your people. I mean, be smart. Know good. Any industry you want to enter into, make sure you know about it. Study it. I had to, like I said, I studied a little bit of music business. That's my minor in college, and I buy books. I follow Ari Hess, and there's a lot of Nigerians who are doing the Lord's work in the industry. I follow Nigerians very well, like Adesope, Steve Spotlight. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of resources here in America that I follow on. So find those things. Find all the resources you can. There's Udemy. There's YouTube. YouTube is everything, man. And let's find all of these resources and save your money.
Here we go. Here we go with Monopoly money. Is that Monopoly money? Is
that Monopoly money? It's money. Quick. Prince, isn't this money? It's money.
You musicians. You musicians.
Yo, it is money. We don't care. Don't ask me any questions, people. Money.
Yeah. You didn't name my favorite song for your favorite song. My favorite song of his, one of my favorite songs is Somebody's Daughter. Make sure you guys go listen to that. It's on YouTube. He has it on all the different platforms. What platforms are you at? Matter of fact, let us know where we can get your music, download your music, hear your music. Tell us.
My distributor just got on Boomplay, so we're now on Boomplay. We have some songs on Boomplay. We have
Boomplay, iTunes,
Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, everything that has music.
Okay.
And even on Amazon, we're on Amazon too.
So he's on all platforms, guys. It doesn't take anything to go and buy that single, support, download a single from Quaker Williams, and go from there. But I have this. My drama question. Why do you think that Afrobeat artists in Ghana are not moving as fast as Afrobeat artists in Nigeria, or even Latino artists in Latin America who have the reggaeton? Why is it that the Ghanaian artists are not moving? And I need you to be honest so that we can work. Because there's some amazing Ghanaian artists, amazing. Like, just a lot of Nigerian artists are produced by Ghanaian producers, right? Am I lying? I'm not lying. So, what is your thought on this?
I'll start by saying that that's not my jurisdiction right now, because I've been warned. Ghanaians have told me, don't talk about us like that. So,
no, but I mean, let's be honest. Like, everybody has an opinion. Let's be honest. Let's have an honest conversation about it.
I'll be very honest. And I love that you're even calling that out. I will be very honest with it. So it's not looking good right now. Stoneboy recent, and I went on a rant. And funny enough, Yes Ghana Online posted my rant. Shout out Yes Ghana Online. But it's so sad. Stoneboy has not earned more than $300. Well,
I think 500.
Not more than 400 actually, because when I did a calculation, it's 2,000 CDs. It's about 340 as we speak in
Wow.
September 2021. Like, he's not made more than $400 from streaming that comes, or royalties that should be coming from the royalty collection organization in Ghana. I don't even want to mention names, but now the whole world is seeing them, and me, when my family and friends, I'm like, yo, guys, everybody's seeing the floppiness now. You need to fix this. You know where I'm coming from. And when Ghana, we say fix the country, it goes beyond just the government. Yes, let's hold them accountable, but let's hold ourselves. Like, structures and systems needs to be put in place. The Ghanaian Music Lounge on Clubhouse talks about this a lot. So if you want to know more about what's going on, everybody join that. Then there is people like Beats Menace, people like Hammer of the last two. There are guys talking about it. There's a lot of people, activists coming out talking about that. So eventually he's coming out. The Rare Arts Company, some friends of mine who
I like the way that you're tiptoeing around the question, but I need you to answer the question. Why do you think that the Ghanaian Afrobeat movement is not as powerful as that from Niger? Answer.
So one, the numbers. Nigerians definitely beat us with numbers, but that's not an excuse. Jamaica could blow up with reggae music without numbers. Right. So, but the numbers definitely help Nigeria. People compare. Number two, there's structure. We don't have much structure in Ghana that will support creative arts. We need to have like a cultural policy on there. Like, creativity should be respected a lot in Ghana and taught in schools. I think they started something like that. Then the culture of the people themselves. Like, I think we need to have, not to say Ghanaians are timid. Sometimes we have this
passive aggressive is the word I use.
Yeah, we have this kind of false humility that is not really helping us. We need to brag, because nobody will brag for us. We need to tell each other, like, yo, big each other up, like, hype our people. We are worth it. The whole world sees our worth. We need to see it more. We're the closest country to the center of the earth. That means a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? We should do everything to let the world know how cool we are, and not think God is going to punish us because we're not bragging. We're not bragging. We're showing up. We're selling ourselves. There's a Ghanaian proverb, and I'm surprised Ghanaians don't do that. I depend on it. It means a good thing sells itself. Nobody comes and sells you. You need to sell yourself. So I'm one of the people, the biggest mouth here in America. Yo, everybody, I was on Russian TV. Because my bloggers won't write it for me. A blogger posted me, deleted it like a few weeks later. Like, I'm not hot cake. We're rather selling Ghanaians who have big mouth and are always insulting each other on social media. That's what you find trending in Ghana.
They push negativity. They do push negativity.
A Nigerian blogger said something that Ghana has peace, but they don't have love. I was offended.
Peace, but no love. Why do you talk about that? Wow, that's a very strong statement.
we can live with each other. Are we really, really supporting each other? We are hospitable to others. Are we hospitable to ourselves? Like, these are questions we need to ask each other, right? And it goes to every Ghanaian. Like, Kiddy dropped an EP, and I heard people criticizing. I say, guys, chill. Look at the technicality of it. This guy has done something new. You are coming from Kiddy was like, I'll come back for the award. He didn't get that, so the Ghanaians are on him. Oh, they're laughing at him. But this guy is trending in India, trending all around. Let's look at these. Like, don't get too familiar. Let's not get too familiar. It doesn't make sense. Nigerians pick up their own brother like it's their uncle. They got coming from. We have to learn these things. And again, it's not to sound too bad. Let me just say the good side. Ghanaians are some of the most talented people on this planet. We have it. We ooze out creativity. Our sound is great. We need to know our history. We need to educate ourselves, like on the things of music industry. Know what the music industry is. What does it mean to be paid? What are royalties? How do you get royalties? Who should I go to for royalties? If they're not doing their job, how can we hold them accountable? How can we work with them to get our money? Like all these things. Entertainment lawyers need to be on the rise. All these things are needed because Nigerians, they have it. And guess what? When Nigeria went through crisis, it wasn't the church that stood for them. It wasn't the government that stood for them. It was the entertainers. Stars was the one CNN interviewed.
Yeah.
So if we equip our entertainers, we have voices that the world will listen to us. Burna Boy 2 days later, how many days after the Lekki shooting, dropped something. Whiskey was tweeted. Nigerians were all over. DJ, I forgot what her name, the one who was actually on the live.
Yes, I forgot her name. Switch, DJ Switch.
I love Switch. She didn't care. This woman was running, bullets fly. It was the entertainers because there's a time and place for everybody. And one thing Africans wouldn't realize is that one of the most united parts of Africa is not just AU. It's not just like what the church, like they say, the Catholic Church of Africa. No, it's the entertainment industry. That's when you see Africans together doing something. The sports, it's all entertainment. So you need to empower the entertainers. You know what I mean? But
also, do you think that also is a lot of Ghanaians are using, a lot of them use the native dialect in their music, Kishtwi, like whatever your native tongue is. Do you think that sometimes, because a lot of Ghanaian artists do a lot of heavy on the and of course they try to mainstream English, but it doesn't matter. But what do you think about that?
I think that it's something that used to be a problem and all that. But let's take Sarkodie, for example. He still got the best international flow, even though they don't understand much of what he's saying. He is a good embodiment of you can still own your language and sell yourself internationally. So we can't really say that is the issue. But yes, sometimes like Nigerians do, but who is more Nigerian than Nigerian? Their names. They are bringing words inside. Even Ghanaians have started borrowing Nigerian words. Like they're borrowing our Odo and they don't want to admit they're borrowing our Odo. And Nigerians are, they know how to use language and sound. All these things you have to go into linguistics and all of that. Like it comes in like how your language. There's a reason why Ghanaians say Abena very often. Or Abena, that name goes well with the beat. It's not because we love only Abena. It's like all these things are things you can study to put into your music. To, give the vibe. It's like an onomatopic flow of words on the beats. It's working. It's like all drums, rappers, like Sarkodie is percussion when he's rapping. It's all things can sell. So it's the presentation, yes, and just make sure people understand what you're saying. You can put subtitles for you to speak your language, but
absolutely. Subtitles, definitely, because some people wouldn't understand. So what is your 5-year plan? We're almost coming to the end of the live. So I want to ask you, what's your 5-year plan and next steps for your music?
So next, I want to spend more family time. I'm a young man. I really need to start thinking about all that. My parents are there to remind me. So this is all part of it. But again, I'm still like whatever God says, what I'll do. One thing I want to say is I want to help build the Afrobeat industry in the USA. Like I said, it's a huge demand. It's like the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are a few. We need to come together. It's not the laborers are a few or they're out there chilling. They need to wake up and come. We need to make money. Like we have to make money here, support our friends back home, family members back home, reunite Africa with the diaspora and all of that. So it's one of my visions. It's also my vision to just push the agenda of faith, hope, and love. Like just let the whole world know that these things exist, and the greatest is love, and like bear the fruit of the spirit. All those things I want to ooze out, like what is within me and what I've learned from Africa, the culture. My grandmother raised me up with my father, my mom. Like just bring it out here and say, yo, Africans are not just booty scratchers. Yes, you saw it on CNN, but there's some of us who wear Yeezys before Yeezy drops it. There's Africans driving Lamborghinis. You know that one. There's Africans that own mansions. Do you know that? The Africans that are smart. Yeah,
There's still this myth that Africans are all village people running around with loincloths, and it's ridiculous.
my love,
It's
there's still
really
people
ridiculous.
as a country. They call the whole continent. I mean, nowadays when I hear that, I say amen because I actually want it to happen. One day will be one big country, and maybe I don't
Yes.
know, you know, but
Africa's not spread out. Africa is one big place.
yeah.
So tell us where we can reach you and how people can find you, can find your music. What are the first songs they need to be downloading that will give them what they need?
Oh, guys, I talk a lot, so if I've been talking, nobody's get offended.
Okay, this is the talk show now. You go talk now.
Exactly. So you can meet. I'm Kweku William, Kweku William, without an S. Those of you have been adding S to my name. If I catch you in public, anyway.
I know,
So
I
it's
caught fire. Mhm.
Kweku William on social media. So on Twitter, it's Kweku William 1. I'm not very active on Twitter, which is my fault. I have to get active. It's like I don't know if I should come to Twitter as a Ghanaian because Ghana Twitter is different. You know,
Yes.
different. They are fast. So I'm just studying it. And then yeah, so Kweku William on Snapchat, Kweku William on IG, Kweku William on Facebook. Yeah, but my music name is K. Space William K. William. K. William. So,
Why did you use Kweku? Why did you use K?
you see, the thing when we started the music, that's how we started. We wanted to keep it, classy, because we started with She Slay. We wanted to, K. William, but right now I realized that the Kweku is heavy. So maybe you wanted to be a name change. How many times has Diddy changed his name? Puff Daddy, Puff D, or whatever he had, Diddy.
Yes,
That,
P. Diddy. Yes, you can change your name as much as you want, but you need to. But I mean, I think that being like, I know K is a way of thinking, but I think that Kweku really, because I know there's a lot of Kweku artists in Ghana, but
they're all doing big. So like when we say Kweku is coming on stage, who would they say? But when they say K, the K is coming. That's
okay. So you want to kind of stand out. That's why you had to change it around.
That's one of the reasons. Yeah.
And you're going to be performing live soon. Let us know where you're going to be.
So on September 4th, I don't know when you watch this, but Stoneboy, Kofi Kinata.
September what? September? I didn't hear. September when?
4th at the Ritz Theater in New Jersey. We're doing the African Most Beautiful with some of the biggest stars. It's a hybrid show where they have both the local and then the international Ghanaian artists performing on the stage, which is very rare. So I'm very excited about that. Myself, Tizo Suntala will be on stage. Stoneboy, Kofi Kinata. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them coming. Sharifa,
and Kate Williams.
Hey, me, I'm there. Okay, William will be there. We are coming to Kumar. It was a man. We'll go mad on this thing. Yeah.
Oh my God, Craig, any last words you want to share with people before I end the broadcast?
Definitely. So to my fellow artists here in the USA, make we not give up. Like whether you're Nigerian or whatever race from Africa, and if you're not African and you really believe in Afrobeat, it's now Afrobeat to the world, guys. Like we need to realize that it's time for Africa, and we're not trying to claim something off of everybody. Like I said, we're here to heal Black America. We're here to empower Africa because it's only right to do that. They've gone through a lot. So let's take whatever we're doing serious. Let's register our music. Let's do everything we need to do right. And like define our definition of success very well. And then to all of you, thank you so much, Glaze, for having me here.
Thanks for coming, Kweku. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much. Everybody say bye to Kweku. Bye, Kweku. We'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Those who stayed on, I really appreciate you. We're going to be doing this every Thursday at 5 p.m. I'm going to go live with a different diaspora industry professional and talk about African diaspora across the globe. Thanks for keeping it locked. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It's Glitter. Thanks, everybody. Have a great, great weekend.